What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Trinity, and well, if you have been living under a rock for like the last 12-24 hours, we have finally got some new evil hero support. Now, I kind of figured that's what we were gonna get when it came to having a set named like this, but let's just go ahead and already just get into these cards. So I'm gonna start off with like the main deck ones right now. So we got Evil Hero Toxic Bubble Man, level 4 Water Fiend effect, 812 defense, just like the regular Bubble Man. You can special summon this card from your hand, which is crazy. It doesn't have like any requirements. It just says you can special it from your hand. But the benefit of special summoning it to your hand, when you have a Evil Hero fusion, basically you get to draw 2 cards. But if it's just special summon that way, you can't special summon for the rest of the turn except hero monsters, which is completely fine. But I'm guessing you can only special summon it once that way, since you can only use once or either or with effects this turn. But the fact that you can just special it for like no reason, just doesn't make you lose to like, oh, normal Stratos effect, Ash, damn, I don't have a card in my hand to continue playing. Oh, Toxic Bubble Man, special, Link, and then you can climb off. Evil Hero Doom Prism, level 4 Light Rock effect monster, which is finally the first, I believe this is the first rock hero that we've got in order to go into Dark Gaia more consistently if we need to even make Dark Gaia, considering all these new fusions are just crazy good. If you control a fusion monster, you can just, that must be special summon with Dark Fusion, you can just special this card from your hand. Absolutely insane. You can send 1 hero monster from your deck to the graveyard, which you don't have to reveal a fusion monster, which is absolutely insane. You can just send any hero that you potentially need to be in your graveyard, and then it can basically be just treated as one of the materials, just like regular Prism, which is absolutely crazy. This one I'm not too crazy about, the Evil Hero Infernal Rider, level 6 Wind, which allows us to use Necrom to special summon it. The fact that you gotta banish, like, you can banish this card and 4 other monsters from your grave. So, I mean, granted it's gotta be in the graveyard too, along with 4 other monsters. That's kind of a lot. And set 1 super polymerization from your deck. Also, until the end of your opponent's turn, you can't special summon except hero monsters. So, I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm understanding that why they lock us into our own archetype. I thought we were just being punished for not being able to splash engines in, like how other decks can just do it. I think they do it for us so that way other decks can't abuse our cards. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't enjoy when everybody had DPE in their deck. That wasn't fun. Like, I did not like having to deal with a hero card that doesn't even belong in their deck, but just because they could just run a staple Fusion Destiny, they could just make it. And because it said the rest of the turn Dark Hero, they just did everything they needed to, then Fusion Destiny, and then they just sat on a powerful boss monster for no reason. Now onto like my favorite cards, Dark Contact, which I absolutely love this. And if you guys can see, it has like the they already showed the reference to it from the anime, so you've got like Super Poly in the background, and when Jaden was in that little realm with like all the blank cards, so that was actually really cool. But Dark Contact's probably like one of the best cards for this. Because you can fusion summon a fusion monster that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion from your extra deck by shuffling its materials from your field, grave, and or banishment into the deck. This is treated as a fusion summon with Dark Fusion, which is crazy. And then you can also add Supreme King Castle or Dark Fusion from your deck to your hand. Now we've got Evil Assault. You can discard a card as cost. You cannot special summon from the extra deck the rest of the turn. After this card resolves. I do like that. So if they negate it, then you're not locked. Except hero monsters also take 1 level 4 or lower evil hero monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or special summon it. So this also allows you to add evil heroes and discard a card. But this will allow you to grab any evil hero. Honestly, what I was almost thinking for a staple, because a dusted gold can literally grab you any card, I was almost thinking about playing just like 2 or 3 Fiendsmith Tract, being able to add the dusted gold and then discard any other card. Literally just using it for gold and no other reason. But the fact that we can consistently get evil heroes is actually pretty cool. So now you have Evil Assault that can grab any evil hero, and then you have Fiendsmith Tract that allow you just basically to add a dusted gold. And I guess you could also add Doom Prism too, because it's also, well, no, it's a light rock, so no, you wouldn't be able to add that off of Tract. Just the dusted gold. I really love this one, the Dark Supremacy. You can target face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of Dark Fusion Enter spells. So this is kind of like our Fiendsmith Desiree negate, where you can banish cards on the field equal to like the number of different Dark Fusion spells that mention it, which is absolutely crazy. And also, this is just how you get your cards back. They kind of added like a Fifth Hope effect into this card, except you're not drawing any cards. You target 5 cards in your banishment or your graveyard, and then just shuffle them into the deck. So, a really good card in case they don't hit cards like, you know, Shifter. We'd have Dark Supremacy in order to be able to get us our cards back. And then due to cards like Shifter, we would be able to use Dark Contact in order to use our banishment pile to fusion summon, which is absolutely insane. I didn't like this card at first, but then after really thinking more about it, the evil hero Dark Knight, which pretty much your opponent loses attack equal to the number of attack of the fusion materials used for this card's summon. So it takes a fiend and a warrior. So if you're using a dusted gold for this, that's already 2100 attack they're losing. And any warrior in your deck. So you've got Neos, which is 25, Stratos 18, Shadow Mist 1000. It can just vary. And this card can make 2 attacks during each battle phase, and if this card leaves the field, you can target a fiend or warrior monster in your graveyard and special summon it in defense, which is actually crazy. He doesn't have a lot of attack power, but if you have him under, you know, Dread Decimator, and if we play Honest Neos again, he's getting quite a bit of a boost. And plus, most of their monsters are going to be 0 if you have this and DPE on your side of the field. Absolutely nuts. I'm not a big fan of the Infernal Backlash. The main reason is because even with like Prism, we're still gonna have to play 1 Avion or 1 Burstinatrix, which kind of sucks, because it's like, really, y'all are gonna make us literally play another normal monster. But I guess what's good about that is the fact that you can we might be able to play, I don't know why the name of him can't register in my brain right now, but the one hero fusion monster that requires you to have 2 normal hero monsters, that might be able to find a way back into the deck to where, you know, you battle and then it tags out for another one and you swing. We might be able to throw that in there because we have 2 normal monsters. I think I would recommend, if you want to play this card, I guess Burstinatrix, just because it's Burstinatrix, and she has better stats than Avion, so I would rather just do Burstinatrix. But the benefit to this card is you can, if it's special summoned, you can add a Dark Fusion or a card that mentions it from your deck or your graveyard to your hand, except a fusion monster. If your hero monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, inflict 1200 damage. So it's pretty cool. And I think for last but not least, evil hero Neos Lord. This is probably my favorite card out of the entire thing. But yeah, apologies for like the noise in the background. I am outside, so we got planes and people mowing lawns and crap. But anyway, yeah, evil hero Neos Lord. Probably my favorite one out of this entire thing. Materials: 1 elemental hero Neos or a fusion monster that mentions it. So Neos is the most probably important fusion material card in our entire deck. Plus one effect monster on the field, so if we're managing to be able to super poly our opponent, so if we have one card, if we have a fusion monster that mentions it, or I guess if you have Prism on the field, he can be treated as Neos, I guess, and then you could super poly your opponent. But anyway, you could also just make this with Neos fusion and be basically. But I guess you would have to have a monster on the field just because, you know, I believe it Neos fusion can be used from everywhere, like hand, deck, and the field, I believe. But I guess I'll have to read the card in a minute because it's been a long time since I've actually ever went over Neos fusion. But it must be special summon with Dark Fusion, but Neos Fusion ignores summoning conditions. And plus Neos Fusion will be able to protect any of our fusion monsters, so that's actually pretty insane. This card is special summon or a monster is sent to your opponent's graveyard while this monster is on the field. You can target a face-up monster on your opponent controls and take control of it. So a permanent change of heart, and this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, which is actually insane. So it's basically Malicious Bane 2.0, but instead of destroying their cards, he takes them. So absolutely insane. So my thoughts on this now. Didn't get an Omni Negate like I was hoping for. If there was any cards that were gonna be an Omni Negate, I was thinking it would have been, you know, an evil hero of some sort, but that's fine. But for those of you who haven't got like any evil hero engines, if you haven't seen their prices on TCG Player lately, they are not cheap now. A Dusted Gold is like 20 and up. Secret Dark Fusions are like 20 and up. All of these cards are going up in price, and it's not even because of this support alone. It's because also Chimera is also playing a few evil heroes from our engine, so that is also rising them up in value. But in what I think of this, it'll be interesting. I'm not gonna lie. There's a few things I would have really hoped for. I guess more fusion monsters are cool, but I guess it would have been a lot cooler to be able to summon our older ones a lot easier as well. I mean, I guess Dark Gaia is more accessible, but I mean, with Prism being a rock, I mean, you're getting at least 1700 from him. You'd have to at least use a Dusted Gold in order for it to have a lot more attack. But yeah, I was kind of hoping for more main deck monsters, to be honest. Like I know we have a Dusted Gold, but he's a discard. Like, I wish we could have had also like a normal summon searcher, normal or special summon searcher. Or, I mean, I know we got the Supreme Darkness that can discard a card and, you know, search, but I wish they also had another one that could just like summon them. But I know they can summon themselves from the hand, but if we had another one that could just summon from the deck as well, that'd be very interesting. But hey, I mean, these are just, there might be more, you never know. It's just like how they showed you Bell and then another set later got more cards. But yeah, this will be very interesting. Of course, we're gonna be poking around with this. Grab your evil hero cards while you can, while they're where they're at, because they're probably only gonna go up, because that's just how it is. But yeah, you guys, I really like this. I had a feeling it was gonna be evil heroes because it said Supreme Darkness. I was like, this can only be one of two things. It's either gonna be Jaden, or it's either gonna be that other Supreme King Zark. And who gives a shit about Supreme King Zark? We wanted more evil heroes. We're finally getting them. OCG gets this in October, so we'll probably get it sometime early next year. Hopefully like December or something, early January perhaps. But yeah, you guys, this is going to be your boy Trinity signing out. I will see you